I'm going to be testing if AI is really all that it's cracked up to be, by asking it to make me some random redstone contraptions. Since AI is actually incredible, I'm hoping to see some good results, so let's start off with something easy like a piston door. So I'm going to quickly ask ChatGPT to make me a piston door. It's saying to dig a 3x2 area that is 2 blocks deep, and that's just not 3x2. There we go. And then on each side of the doorway, place 2 sticky pistons. So I guess like this. That's not gonna work. So I guess they mean like this. And then we have to attach 2 blocks to the pistons. And then it wants us to dig a 2 wide trench in front of and behind the door. What does, I already have that, don't I? I'm gonna assume I already have that, so I'm gonna lay redstone in the trench, like it says, and then connect the redstone dust to the pistons. And then at the corner of the trench, place redstone torches, and then now it's telling me to walk on pressure plates and see if this works. So, yeah, that just doesn't work actually. You have to deactivate those redstone torches. So, obviously this isn't gonna work. But let's see if it can make something else. Let's see if it can make a flying machine. So, we're gonna start by placing a temporary block as our base, so I guess like this. And then we need some sticky pistons and regular pistons. And it says to place a sticky piston facing forward and a regular piston behind it facing the same way. Okay, but it's completely contradicting itself now. It wants us to add 2 slime blocks to the sticky piston and then 2 more slime blocks in front of the regular piston. So I guess I could just, yep, okay, sure. And then behind the sticky piston, I need to place an observer with its arrow facing towards the piston. So I guess like that. And then at the front of the other piston, place another observer, just towards that. Okay, I'm gonna wait to do that step, because that's really annoying. And then I need to add 2 more slime blocks between the pistons to connect both sides. So I guess like that, sure. Alright, and then let's see if this works now. No, okay, so that just doesn't work at all. It was kinda close, not really. Almost. ChatGPT almost made a flying machine. So I guess first I need to dig a 1x4 trench in the ground, like that. Okay. This will hold the water and lava. Then I need to place lava and water on opposite ends of the trench. Okay. That's not really making stone. And then it says to surround the trench with building blocks to prevent spills. It's already surrounded with blocks, but I guess ChatGPT knows better than I do, so I guess I'll do that. And yeah, I guess now I have a working stone generator. Bruh. Anyways, on to the next build. I think another interesting thing to see it make is an automatic chicken farm. This one looks like it might actually be able to work, so let's see. First we need to place a chest with a hopper on top. Then we need a slab and some glass. And we place the slab on top of the hopper and put some building blocks around the slab. Then we need a dispenser to shoot eggs into the killing chamber. So this is actually looking good so far. And then above the chamber, we need to place a dispenser, and this will hold the lava. And then we need to place a observer facing the dispenser with the items inside, the eggs inside of it. And then put some redstone up to this dispenser and use a comparator to control the lava flow, kind of like that. Okay. Oh wait, no, I have it wrong. It wants me to connect it to this dispenser. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense actually. So I guess when items are inside. Okay, I just didn't detect that at all. It's okay. Then it says to create a small redstone circuit to pulse the lava only briefly. So actually, I'm just gonna make a observer thing. Why is it doing that? What? Why is it not actually dispensing the lava? Maybe I have to make it like 1 more high. Maybe that's what ChatGPT meant. I'm gonna assume so. So we're gonna make it another high. Oh my gosh. And then we put our lava in, and I did it wrong. Whoops. Okay, so now that's working, but I'm not gonna do that right now. And then it wants me to break this block and replace it with a hopper and create a small breeding area for the chickens. And you know what? This is a farm that could actually work, which is kind of crazy. I'm giving props to ChatGPT on this one because this farm could actually work. It's definitely not the most compact or, normal design, but, it's an automatic chicken farm and it works. Next, let's see if it can make one of the staples of every single Minecraft survival world, an automatic sugarcane farm. So it first tells me to dig a trench 1 block deep and 5 blocks long. And then to place water in the trench, just like that, and leave space on one side of the water to plant sugarcane. And then to, plant our sugarcane on the side. Now it wants us to place 2 rows of building blocks, like that. Okay, and here's where it looks like it is not gonna work, because now we just break all those blocks for some reason, and I guess we can place this, and it wants us to place pistons right here, and then observers right here. So that's definitely it's gonna work once. It will be automatic one time. And then it wants us to connect all of these up with redstone dust, and then place a hopper with a chest at the end of the trench. So actually, this farm will work, but only one time. So I guess that kind of worked. Sure. You know what? ChatGPT did okay on this one. And for my final redstone contraption, I want to do something kind of fun. So I think I'm going to ask it to make me a dance floor. So to start with our redstone dance floor, we need to make a 5x5 floor with redstone lamps, just exactly like this. I mean, this is perfect. And actually, I can't do that. I need to place redstone down first. I don't know why that wasn't the first step, but it's okay. I forgive ChatGPT. They're trying their hardest. There we go. Now that we've placed all of the redstone down below it, we can fill our redstone lamps back in. And then we need to add a power source, so a lever, and this should turn on all of the lamps. Let's see. No, okay, so it turns none of them on. That's actually amazing. Dang, okay. That sucks. I really was hoping this would work. We have a couple different things we can try, though. So ChatGPT is telling me I can make a flashing effect with observers if I do something like this. That is making the redstone flash, that's true, but the lamps aren't flashing, which kind of sucks. Okay, but I think this next idea that ChatGPT has is actually going to work. So it wants us to use observers and blocks that can kind of like change their positioning, like pistons. So I have a pretty good idea of what we can do to make this work. So let's get some pistons, just regular old pistons, and I need some blocks too. But if we put like pistons, okay, maybe if we do this, it could possibly work. Oh, there's a bat. Hey, I hope it does, because this would be pretty cool if it does. But if I place some pistons like this, there we go, perfect. And then we place some observers looking at the pistons like this. Now when we activate these pistons, it should make this whole floor light up. But how am I going to activate the pistons? It doesn't really tell me. I can't just do that. I need some more space. I'm getting claustrophobic over here. Okay, that does work. Oh, uh-oh. Why is that happening? Why are you doing that? What is happening? Why is it doing that? Okay, so this is not working. Well, I guess this is a little bit of a bust. But there is one more step we can do, which is to add glass on top. And this will just, seal the deal. And I guess we can make a couple of them light up. Boom. Here's our dance floor, guys. It's pretty good. Please don't insult ChatGPT's dance floor. It's amazing. It's trying its hardest. But I guess today we figured out that ChatGPT isn't really all that good at making redstone contraptions. But you know what? It's okay. I'm not that good at making them either. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.